Debates. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Well, good evening to you. We've got a lot of stuff going on here locally, although nothing as impactful as what we're seeing come in from the south. We do have a strong cold front coming through, and that's going to take pretty much the whole day for it to complete its journey across southern New England. It will give us showers. It'll help generate some patches of fog in the morning and give us the chance of some morning thunderstorms. Our total rainfall has the potential of 1/4 to 1/2 inch, which is actually what we need to make up a rain deficit that we're actually taking into the month of October so far. It will be followed by sunshine for a very long stretch, but a very fall-like chill. And of course, we are keeping all eyes on Hurricane Milton. So that is a very fast developing storm, which I'll show you where it is, where it's headed, and how strong it's estimated to be when it makes landfall. Coming in just a second. I wanted to take another view. This is just one of our gorgeous views. We're up high enough, so even though we are well past sunset, we can still see the orange glow of the sky out there. It's really pretty. And there's a saying, red sky at night, sailor's delight. Well, what does orange bring? Well, for us, it's a cold front, and that's what's on the way as we go to tomorrow. Our current temperatures are centered right around 60 degrees. Typically, we'd be a little bit cooler at this time, so the clouds that we have that have moved in are sort of acting like a blanket. Winds are generally light to calm, and we are going to see these winds continue to relax as we go through the evening, setting us up for basically developing patchy fog during the overnight. Now, our satellite and radar, we're looking pretty good out there right now. But again, as we zoom out off to our west, we have this cool front. And the cool front is making for some really intense focused areas here of precipitation. This is why we have the chance of thunderstorms in our local forecast when this front comes through tomorrow morning. So it looks like it's going to be making an impact in terms of the early commute. Between now and then, it's really about building clouds in as we go through the overnight. Some patchy fog too that will be here by dawn. Then we get to the morning, and here's where we start to hear from this front. Around 7 o'clock, we'll have some scattered showers popping up across the region, but some of these showers could be locally heavy at times, and that's why we have the chance of generating thunderstorms in there. Once we get to the afternoon, we're looking at temperatures that will be right around 70, but we're also looking at a blend of sun and clouds with a continued chance of showers right till we get to the nighttime hours. Tuesday, by contrast, we're going to start to move in that cooler air. Lows are going to be in the 40s. And even though we're looking at a decent amount of sunshine through Tuesday, we're looking at highs that are going to be topping out in the 60s, which is actually pretty seasonable for us this time of year. But that's not the chill we're talking about. This is. By the time we get to Wednesday morning, we're looking at temperatures that will range closer to 40 degrees, even beginning the day in the upper 30s in Taunton. Areas north of Providence, continuing right on to the east towards northern Bristol County and Mass. If you have any plants outside that aren't going to survive temperatures in the 30s, now is the time to finally bring them in. Unfortunately, their season outdoors looks like it has come to an end. We have 3 Category 1 hurricanes going on at the same time. We have Kirk that is over towards the mid-Atlantic. That's going to continue to the east. We've got Leslie that's going to be headed toward the middle of the Atlantic, but it's not expected to make an impact in terms of landfall. And we've got this is Milton. And Milton is a very rapid developing storm. It has the potential of developing into a major hurricane. And right now, model estimates are saying it has the possibility of even going to a Category 4 storm as we go through the next couple of days. So that means wind speeds that will be up around 140 miles per hour. As of right now, it's looking to downgrade to a strong Category 3 right before making landfall. And it is expected to cross the Florida Peninsula from west to east, all the while remaining a hurricane. So it's not just a western coast of Florida deal. It is pretty much the entire state of Florida, or at least the peninsula portion of Florida, that is going to be contending with Milton and its effects. So with all of that said, things are going to be a whole lot calmer around here locally. And we are expecting a good deal of sunshine that's going to be following. But keep in mind, even though we are going to see this storm roll through in the southeast, we are looking at the remnants to stay well to our south and not make a turn up the coast. So it's not going to become our deal. But although if you do have interest in southern Florida, it is a storm that you're going to want to keep an eye on. Here's your extended forecast, and temperatures will be taking a dive as we hit midweek. Ian?